welcome everybody tonight. Thank you for coming. This is our regular board meeting for the Rockcastle County Board of Education. Good to see all your faces. I know you're all getting ready for a good school year. So first thing on our agenda, call the meeting to order and a moment of silent prayer, please. Item row B, 1B is the roll call, and Matt may or may not be with us via Zoom. Item 1C is the reading of 14 commitments, and I will do that tonight. Let's see it. 14 commitments for Rockcastle County Schools to improve our effectiveness. The board team for Rockcastle County Schools commits to review processes and experiences to identify and direct improvements, continuously define and work toward long-term goals which serve all students of the district, make each decision based on facts and the best for all students, listen to each other and speak freely, work together, support each other and not surprise one another, discuss board deliberations to point of mutually agreeable resolution based on factual information, support the majority's decision projecting board unity toward shared goals for continuously improving district-wide student learning, operate without personal or political agendas, respect one another, agree to disagree respectfully, delegate implementation to the superintendent and education team, and to respectfully remind each other of these commitments. Item 1B, adopt the agenda. Dr. Ballinger, do we have anything that we need to change?
No changes.
No changes. I need a motion to adopt the agenda.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Item 3 is our public comment. Do we have anything for that tonight? No. Item 4 is operations and actions. Do we have any questions for Dr. Ballinger? Okay.
Motion.
Got a first, need a second?
Second.
All in favor? Item 5A, review and approve the purchase of property located at 618 Progress Drive. I need since we are discussing purchasing property, we need to go into closed session, so I need a motion to go into closed
So
session.
moved. Second.
All right, I need a motion to come back into open session.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Yep.
Okay. We went into a closed session to, discuss the purchase of property located at 618 Progress Drive. I need a motion on the floor to purchase this property.
I'll make a motion.
I will second that motion.
All in favor?
Yes.
We did not, should we, I guess we could go ahead. So the property, we are purchasing it for 1.6 million, and it is gonna be a great, great asset for Rockcastle County Schools. Gonna open a lot of opportunities for our children, so this is very, very exciting, so. Item 5B, review and approve bids for the new construction of Rockcastle County Middle School.
Stephen, you read that? So as everybody's aware, we took bids recently on, on Rockcastle.
You wanna come here?
Oh, sorry, yes.
Think that way, you be in the camera. Like, I want everybody.
That's what he was so excited. You know.
In the limelight.
Love being on camera. We recently took bids for the new Rockcastle County Middle School. After we took bids, everything came in a little bit over budget. We went back, reviewed with all the contractors, discussed it. Had an opportunity to give them a chance to look everything over again. They've offered several voluntary deducts on that to allow for the project to be within budget. We have got it in budget. Those voluntary deducts included offers from the general trades contractor, the masonry contractor, and then in addition to that, there are going to be a few items that will not be noticeable, but so in order to help get it in budget, there was some value engineering done on the brick. We just, instead of higher end, more expensive brick, we're looking at an allowance for the brick. Again, at the end of the day, as far as finish, that's not something that's going to be noticed.
So
You will have those documents in your
Yes.
packet showing the cost for that.
And I'd be happy to go over that in more detail. My computer restarted on me right before I got up here. But I'd be happy to go over that in more detail as soon as I can put it up if you all have any questions or would like to go over anything in particular.
Does anyone have any questions? Were you surprised by any of the bids? Were you?
I was not. I was actually surprised very pleasantly with how low the electric and the HVAC bid both were, HVAC and plumbing. I was very surprised with how low those were. Those are both relatively close local contractors that wanted that work really bad. They were bidding in competition with some contractors out of Lexington, and I actually reached out to them to see if they could offer anything, and they told me they cut everything to the absolute bone just to try to get this job. And then everything else, there were a couple of bids that kind of threw us for a loop. They were extra low. One bid in particular, they obviously had missed something, the tile bid, but outside of that, there was nothing really crazy.
With no questions, I need a motion to approve the bids for the new construction.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Yep.
All right. Item 5C, review and approve the BG1 for the Rockcastle County Middle School project.
On the BG, we have adjusted the BG1 based on the current figures for the construction shown, and then we've also updated all the soft costs on that. Good news was that because we were rebidding this from previously, there were a few costs we were able to take out of that BG1 and allocate them elsewhere to make sure that everything worked out. But other than that, everything should be up to date. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to go over those.
You have any questions? Okay, so we've been waiting for months for this. Okay,
Years.
I need a motion to approve the BG1 for the Rockcastle County Middle
I'll
School.
make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yay.
I can tell you that I'm excited about this project, but I'm not near as excited as I'm sure you all are. I know that you all have been waiting for this, and I'm very happy that we can bring it to you all and get everything worked out for you.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes,
We're
ma'am.
excited.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
Ready to break them?
yes, we need to put that on the calendar.
Yes, we do. Yes.
Item 5D, review and approve the monthly financial reports. Miss Jenny?
Okay, off to the start of a new year and ending the month of July. You'll see that we've received our first deposit for our capital outlay cash. We've made bond payments in the amount of $278,140. Those bond payments, the cash comes from building fund. So that payment has been made. We'll have an additional payment later this year. Are there any questions that you have about financial reports?
Miss Jenny? Need a motion to approve the monthly financial reports?
So moved.
All in favor?
Mhm.
Item 5E, review and approve to reconvene the local planning committee for the purpose of the revision of the current district facilities plan to reflect the purchase of property located at 618 Progress Drive to be renovated into a multi-use facility.
That was a mouthful. Okay, so anytime that we have to modify our district facilities plan, we have to reconvene the local planning committee to do so. So with the purchase of this property, we'll have to bring that team back together to look at how we're gonna utilize that property. So we are asking for a motion to reconvene that group.
Need a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor?
Yep.
Review and approve the membership for the local planning committee.
Okay, so you have that document in your uploads, and there have been a couple changes, very few changes, but some changes made since the last time this committee met. And those changes are a reflection of teachers moving, school locations, or perhaps in a site-based parent rotating off because their child is no longer on that site-based council. So Mr. Trent has gone through and reassigned people to these roles, and we're asking for you to approve this group so we can reconvene the committee to come together.
Motion.
That first.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Yes.
And Miss Anna, I will say we left you on there, so we didn't even ask you, but thought you were willing to jump on and help us.
Absolutely. Honored.
Item 5G, review and approve the Student Technology Leadership Program job description.
We previously had positions in our district called digital literacy coaches. Those were funded by some ESSER funding. Mr. Brandon Reynolds worked very closely with these individuals to provide training and supports at the school level, but also it has evolved into, there being needs to work with students in our student technology leadership program. So that's what we're asking to approve the Student Technology Leadership Program job description. And we will model this after the same position with the digital learning coach. Each school will have that position. We will advertise and have the opportunity to support students with this new position. Mr. Brandon will continue to work very closely, and we so appreciate all the work that he does with our students, and he's very instrumental in this work.
These are not full-time positions. This would just be a teacher receiving a stipend to do this work. So on the salary schedule, they would receive $500 a piece per school to lead this work.
I think we had talked about this.
We
It's all
have.
5 schools, right?
Yes.
All
All
5 schools.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Yes.
that's awesome.
So instead of having the digital coaches, we would just transition that over to student technology leadership positions and pay a $500 stipend to lead that club and do that work in that school.
500 yearly? It's not very much, is it?
It's after school and it'll be several times, but you can't ever pay anybody in.
Need a motion to approve the Student Technology Leadership Program job. Okay, got a first, need a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Review and approve the 24-25 salary schedule.
So the only change on there reflects just this motion that you just made, the STLP coach for $500. So that's the only change on there.
Motion.
Got a motion, need a second? All in favor?
Yep.
Item 5I, review and approve the $3 million CD renewal 12 months at Citizens Bank.
our CD has matured, and we would like to present the renewal for 12 months from Citizens Bank at the percentage referenced in your document.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Review and approve the primary bank and depository services tabulation.
We, as you know, you've solicited a bid for bank services for our primary depository bank. We have received 2 responses, one from Community Trust Bank, one from Citizens Bank. Citizens Bank did provide the highest federal fund rate plus 50 basis points, and we would like to recommend them as our primary bank and depository.
Anyone have any questions? What will this do to you and your team?
It will take, I'm estimating 3 to 6 months to make a complete transition, just because we have so many records that we need to update with various agencies. We'll start on that immediately once we establish the account, but it will just be the process of, working through all of those updates with our variety of organizations from state, federal levels of funding sources that we have. But we'll look forward to working through that process and making that transition.
I was just, do you remember a few years ago, it's been several years ago, there was a button hit the wrong way, and instead of depositing money into everyone's account, it subtracted. Do you remember when that happened? And Marcus,
Oh, that's no good thing.
yeah.
It
I
is
just
worse
hope you
than
don't
that.
come across any hiccups like you, that first payroll that you issue, that you have to do all of
I
that.
was not finance director at that time.
I remember it was a mess.
Will everybody need help to do that? Will there be any help from the bank to kind
Yes.
of make that transition?
Yes, I mean, we'll be working through several processes. There are several steps that we have to go through with KDE, and we'll begin that process immediately.
I was gonna ask, so what do you have to do through KDE?
We just have to notify them that we've had a change, and of course, they provide SEEK payments to us, and we want those SEEK payments, at the beginning of September. Hopefully, that will be enough time for them to transition us and update their system so that our automatic deposit of SEEK payments would go in. Those usually go in the first week of September, so that those will go into our new bank account at that time.
So one more question from all of you alone. So when we do this, all of our money is going through Citizens Bank at that time, even our CDs or
Yes.
will we still have any CDs at Community Trust?
We only have CDs at Citizens Bank.
So everything will be through Citizens?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes. I will leave that account open for a period of time because we do want to make sure that we have transitioned all of our accounts. And, so it will be a few months process to ensure that, we have to allow time for checks to clear.
Mhm.
So it will be, a couple of months process.
And they're capable of insuring up to the amount that we
Yes.
would need insured
Yes.
at all?
That is
including our CDs?
part of the RFP process. And we have, as part of the RFP process, we have many safeguards in place. We'll have a contact that we work with, and many guarantees that the bank is providing to us as part of this new partnership.
Thank you, Jen. Any questions?
No.
All right.
Motion?
Need a motion on the floor. Have a second. All in favor? Item 6, review the superintendent's personnel action report.
Yes, it's quite full this month, as it always is in August, but I'll give you a second to look over it and ask if you have any questions.
At the LBD position.
We still have one that we are working on. We have the one at the middle school field, and we still have one at the high school we are working on filling now. Once we get that position filled, we should be fully staffed. Yeah, we hired a math teacher today at the middle school, and so I think knock on wood, pending any further changes, we will be ready to go.
Did the speech language therapist used to be a hand? I was
She'll be
wondering
good.
if she finished school yet. So great for her.
We filled our band.
Yes.
position. She's very
Yes.
excited.
Everybody seems very thrilled with our new band director.
That's good. That's wonderful. Item 7, department reports.
Brandon,
Anyone?
Brandon, did you have something that you wanted to share?
So in the department report, I added another document other than my thing, and it's just a security report timeline. Tonight, you guys approved in the normal stuff, it just says I can't find it. Could have been Jay. The data security breach notification and best practice guys. The state requires us to show that, to tell you guys that, to talk to you about security and what we're doing, like internet security. So I built a timeline on that document. I won't read it all, but, so we have, I'll say a few things. We have $2 million cyber insurance policy, so it's a big deal. You guys approved that, so we have that. We protect student information. Mr. Rippert, they do a IC audit every year. We audit email accounts, Google accounts, anything that might contain student information. We audit that stuff. Every account now has two-factor authentication. We added that last year, so every account, no matter what, they have two-factor authentication. All staff do confidentiality training. We've done a lot of different things with security this year. I went to a training first at Natural Bridge where about half the state technology people went and learned about the Cyber Security Infrastructure Security Agency. It's like a Department of Homeland Security. So we talked with them. They shared stuff that we could do. They've been in our district. We audited our network. So we had lots of questions, more questions than we did for our cyber insurance. We went through lots of things with a guy who knows lots of stuff about security from the Department of Homeland Security. So we talked about that, went through that. And now we have a weekly scan. Every week they scan our network. They look for vulnerabilities on our network. And then I get an email that tells me any vulnerabilities that are new. Like there's software problems all the time. Like we hear about this software is now bad and you got to patch it or do something. So it scans our network every week. Every week I get that email. We work on that. And we've done other things. I listed on here that we migrated into eStuff servers. We have the eStuff servers. We did that right before school started because it was on an older operating system. So you have to update those. And we'll probably have to do that again before long if we stay with that eStuff server. So we'll have to just wanted you guys to know that you can look at my list. Some things you don't even want to share publicly, but we do lots of things all the time. Security's been a major focus in the last year, as it always is, and just know we're doing everything we can to protect student data, staff accounts, all the time. So.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, on the kid side of it, with the Leader in Me program, help kind of funnel into your stuff a little bit, the social media aspect of it
Yes.
for security. And
There are lessons and it addresses digital literacy throughout that
And
program.
we do some of the digital citizenship stuff we do. We give those lessons to teachers, and that's more about educating how to do that. So it's good. So we have a focus all the time. So
it's
that's
really
what
good to let the kids, have a part in it too, though. They can be
we did.
responsible for what
I
they
talked to you before about the ROTC class. They have a cyber class, and we tricked the teachers. I didn't say that. But we sent an email out to staff, and it was a phishing attack. It was a simulated phishing attack. They wrote the email. They decided the parameters for the email. I sent the email, so they didn't do that. I sent the email, and we watched the responses. So we knew who clicked the link and who didn't click the link, and who called me, and we reported some of that data. So
I'm afraid to click links. I
Oh,
know that all the time.
and we'll do that again. It is a question that we get every year on our cybersecurity insurance. They expect us to keep staff on their toes. That's how we do it. And so we'll do that again. So we don't know when or how or where, all those things, right? But we'll for sure do that again. So, but yeah, I just wanted to give you that update. Know that we're working hard. Hopefully we don't ever have an incident. There's horror stories, absolute horror stories about cyber security problems, money, financial stuff. Finance department has used two-factor authentication for lots of years, like several years at this point. They're in the cloud. Even when Jenny connects from her computer to Munis, it goes through a special box, a VPN, straight to Munis. Like it doesn't reach the internet, right? It reaches it's a VPN connection, virtual private network. So even when they do that, it doesn't go. The traffic's just not in the world, right, or whatever. So lots of safeguards. You can't ever be safe enough, but lots of safeguards, and we focus on that a lot.
And one more thing, website's awesome. By the way, I don't know who's in charge of all that.
Anna has been,
It's wonderful.
tremendous. Yeah.
The app is
And if
great.
you've not downloaded the app,
And the
download
app,
the app.
yes.
And there's notes, I put Savannah's, it's Savannah's notes, but I put them in my department report, so if you haven't got the app, it's there, and it shows you how to.
It's also on the back of your booklet. It gives you directions on how to download the app on the back page. So make sure you do that. Even if you're not active on social media, you can still get all of the important information through the app.
And the push notifications are amazing, because they just,
Yeah, we got something today. I
Yeah.
forget what it was. Something today. It was great.
oh, thank you.
Thank you, Brandon. Does anyone else have anything?
I just wanted to comment on, I think it's Trent, he's like, but on the parking lot at the high school. Looks good. It's awesome. Have y'all seen it?
Drive up there
Yeah,
yet,
drive
but I've
through.
noticed it from the
It's gonna
road
be
how
so
great
much
it looks.
I love it.
It's gonna be much safer for our parents picking students up in the afternoons, and no longer will they have to line up on the main highway, but we have that extra lane now, and it's gonna be really nice when school starts.
Yes.
There's a video too at the middle school.
Oh, yeah, we didn't show it, did we? Sorry, Chris.
It's okay.
Yeah, let's take time to watch that.
Yeah.
Yes. We just approved all the money for it.
Yeah,
We
we
can
just
do
roll
that
right
for
on
sure,
it.
sir.
Yeah.
We like it already.
Come on, Brandon, where's the music?
So, sing for us.
Well, everybody sing happy birthday while we're watching.
Oh.
Oh,
Sorry.
I know. I love those we gave.
You need a big sign that says the tongue.
The tongue.
That'll be sick.
Rock tunnel.
See, everybody's really excited about it.
That was really good.
Here it is.
Also, so going.
I don't wanna go to the other side, just we look back at the building.
I know, it's going great, isn't it?
That's a JD game. So keep, make sure them tulips are.
That's what we said.
Good, look good.
Look like that.
Yeah.
We want red ones. Red ears.
Coach, yeah, he went back out to coach.
Oh, we're gonna go for tornado beams. Actually, that's probably not your storm shelter. Very
So our kids could possibly be eighth graders in this new section. Maybe like the last half of their eighth grade could have the new section. I do too.
Should be shaking. You know, those.
That's all they video game on though. I do this.
Is the gymnasium has, is that, oh, okay, yeah, oh, yeah.
No grand.
That's what we all love. So it'll still be seating up there like that right there.
Better than ever.
I love that. You know who's doing that? That's a class.
I guess if you have any questions, I'll take them now.
Just excited. I love it. Looks great. Thank you so much.
Will that be on our
Thank you.
website or will that be on our meeting minutes?
When Savannah, after our meeting, I'm going to text her when we adjourn,
Okay.
and she's gonna put that video out on Facebook this evening.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. Thank
You all
so
did
much.
an excellent job. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you all.
Bring in a lot of dreams to something we can visualize. So thank you.
Yes, thank you, Chris.
You all have been amazing to work with. So we appreciate everybody in this room. I know you all play a huge part in this project, and we really appreciate you and the board members. And you're just our best client, and
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
We've enjoyed working with you all as well. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Anyone else have any department report? I just wanted to say, since it's Marcus's birthday and I didn't know, I've been at a couple meetings lately and Marcus's name is thrown out in the region quite a bit. All for great leadership and just everyone sings his praises. And I just want you to know, Marcus, that things you do does not go unnoticed. So you only get that on your birthday. You
Well.
just got lucky it was a board meeting night, okay?
I appreciate it. I appreciate your support being there last Thursday, part of the.
Yeah,
our coalition.
he brought his posse with him to get his award. He didn't even know he was getting it. No, it was pretty awesome. But I mean, he's very, everybody appreciates the leadership that Marcus shows.
Well, and I say, I don't feel like I deserve that. It was an honor, of course, but people, Mr. Hale, Miss Hale set the stage for me in that position to be successful, be able to continue doing what they do, what they really, to a large extent, established. So I appreciate them and all that they've done, the support that I've had, across the board to help me, so I appreciate that.
Well, it does not go unnoticed. And he does really good in a panel discussion too. It makes Rockcastle County Schools look really well. So.
We want.
Next on the list is Superintendent Communication, Dr. Ballinger.
First thing I want to do is thank Mr. Jesse and Miss Angie and all the parents that participated and everybody that had a hand in our first ever Parent Palooza last night at the high school. Big, big success. I think, Angie, do you want to comment or make?
Oh, it was wonderful. I had that in my board comments. So yeah, it was great. Thanks to Jesse and all his crew and all the parents. We had a lot of parents that helped out and they put a lot of time into this. And it was successful because we all went home very tired.
And I fed
had a
over
great time.
300 people
Oh,
last
yeah.
night at the high school. And
Yes.
so really great. And the middle school events are coming up. We'll have 2 nights, one 6th grade night, one 7th and 8th grade night. So looking forward to that and seeing, hopefully we'll have lots of middle school parents that come to join us. But thank you all both
It was
for
my
your
pleasure.
work.
It was wonderful.
It's great.
And all the community members, thanks to everybody who came.
Absolutely.
Vendors, a lot of community members and leaders. We had a really good turnout.
Yes. And to everyone that cooked, it was great.
Kiwanis.
Kiwanis Club.
I think they loved it. I really
Well, they took care of it.
people had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great
So,
event.
Without those community partners, we would not be able to do that for our family. So just very, very appreciative and thank you both for your leadership in that. Also wanted to mention again, this Thursday is our new teacher meet and greet. Beginning at 3:30. If anybody is available to come by and introduce yourself, the teachers will just, and staff will just be coming by. We'll just have some really light refreshments and introduce ourselves and welcome them to the county. So if anybody's available Thursday afternoon to come here, we would love to have you join us. And then Friday is rocket launch. So super excited about that. Our Commissioner of Education, Dr. Robbie Fletcher, is going to be our keynote speaker. So that will kick off about 8:15 on Friday morning. So if anybody is free, I know Lisa, you'll be back in school, but if anybody is free to come and hear Dr. Fletcher speak, we would love to have you. Love to have you participate in any of the sessions, and then we will be providing lunch to our staff at 12 on Friday, and we are going to cook tenderloin for them this year. So we got some, Jesse's recruited some helpers, and they're going to cook, and then of course we'll serve the staff. So if anybody's able to come help, that would be at 12 o'clock, and we would love to have you all. That's what I have. Thank you.
Angie?
I have just a couple of things. So for our September meeting, I have something I would like to request to be put on the agenda. As you all know, there's going to be an amendment to our ballot this November. So I'd like to discuss Amendment 2. If you can provide us some stuff, Dr. Ballinger, information concerning that amendment.
Yes, we will do that, and we'll put that on the agenda for a discussion on.
Very important to our community, and just need to be in the know about this as a community. So if you have any questions, I'll feel free to ask me outside of here. I'll be happy to. The other thing is I was going to mention Parent Palooza. So I've given us a name, Rock Community Schools. I hope that's okay. But it's our high school, middle school. We have a great parent group at both. We did wonderful last night, Parent Palooza. We'll have more things coming. But our middle school events are Tuesday night and Wednesday night. Same vendors, community leaders will be there, some vendors. Come support your Rockets. We'll be there. And if anybody wants to help, parents.
Yes.
We would love to have some volunteers.
And we'll feed you.
And we'll feed you. It's a great time. Those kids are wonderful.
Well, thank you both again, because this is just, this last night was huge, and it's only going to get better as we grow and learn and expand. And the key is getting those parents in our buildings and helping them feel engaged and part of their child's education. So really excited about what this means for our schools.
That's all. I'm good.
Ms. Hayden? Just wanted to say, Parent Palooza was a lot of fun, Jesse, and thank you. I know that you've been going around and talking about this for months now, and your hard work is not gonna notice.
A lot of help.
And well, yes, it takes a village sometimes, but it was great. I think it was an opportunity for a lot of families to come in and get to just learn things and not be nervous about it. It was very laid back. It was, you could feel the caring nature that surrounded people. So I thought that was a good thing. I think we need more and more of that in our community. And so the middle school is 2 nights. 6th grade is the first night.
Correct.
And 7th and 8th. Okay. We'll look forward to
We'll be set up kind of the same way.
And that will be orientation for those two.
Oh, they're gonna have their
orientation.
It's their orientation.
They get to meet their what team they're on and who their teachers are. They get their schedule and they can take a tour of the building.
Yeah, and it's on it's on the website. I think times, I think it's
That'll
3
be
to
fun.
Set up a
for
little
middle
different
schoolers.
than this one. It'll be-
3 to 6, yeah.
Yep, listen, I had parents leaving there winning Stanleys and were like
Oh,
super
we had a great.
stoked. I mean, I was like, man, why didn't I win a Stanley?
That's a good community, you know.
Yeah, it was great. That was wonderful. So it was a good time. I would also like to say that it is a really good time to be a Rocket. We got this middle school project that's going to get underway, and how exciting it is for our students. And I know that getting back to school, you all been working on that all summer. So first day is the 26th for
Yes.
students. Yes. So can't wait to see all those little faces in the building. So super excited. If nothing else, I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Everybody have a good night. Thank you.